chapter 156 of The Flower of Freedom by Deborah J. Reeves. All rights to both the book and presentation are reserved. This is 156 chapters into our sowing of virtuous seeds into the lives and ears of people all around the world. We invite you to join us in this virtuous cycle. Okay, here we go, chapter 156, Surprise Packages. He did. Out of the bag he pulled two huge teddy bears. One was caramel colored and the other was brown. They were both wearing jerseys of the French national team. On the back, one said Desi, and on the line below it said Team Flip, and on the front it said Flip's brother. Cars had his own name, and they were both overjoyed with the bears. But once Marie read what it said to them, and once she told them that they could wear the shirts, they were chuffed. They took off at a run when Carr suggested that they see if the bears would like to sleep in their beds. Desi thought that was a brilliant idea, and they bolted from the room. A little pink bear emerged from the bag next. It was much smaller, and it had softer fur, and as Philippe had insisted at the store, it had no bones in it. It wore a little apron which said Flip's niece. The adults applauded and laughed, and that woke up Alicia, who continued to howl as everyone tried to comfort her. She refused to settle until she was finally passed to Philippe, and then she immediately calmed. She peered at him with wide eyes. Tears still clung to her eyelashes, but she focused on his face and hardly blinked. They all watched as she worked her little mouth, moving her lips and making cooing sounds. "I've never seen her do that before," Bertie declared. "Neither have I," Colette confirmed. After a few minutes, Alicia seemed to tire of her efforts, and she became exhausted, and she fell asleep in Philippe's arms. When Marie tried to take her from Philippe, Alicia threatened to howl again. With his free hand, he dug into the bag once more, and he came out with a box for Colette. She shyly and delicately opened the paper. "Such pretty paper, Philippe. Thank you for going to so much effort." They all peered to see what was inside. Soon she drew out a black box. Nestled inside the padded interior was a faceted crystal heart about the size of her palm. "What a beautiful thing!" Colette exclaimed. "A treasure," said Marie with joy. "It reminded me of you, Maman aussi," Philippe said as Colette kissed his cheek. "Okay, you suck up, where's my teddy bear?" Bertie wanted to know. "You'll have to settle for this. Give this one to your papa," Philippe responded as he handed Bertie two wrapped boxes. "I didn't know you were going to do this," Marie told Philippe. "This is really nice." When the paper was ripped off both boxes, Oscar and Bertie found antique pocket watches. Bertie's had Brother Bertie engraved on the back. Oscar had Papa aussi engraved on the back of his. As he was holding it in his palm, smiling down at it, the mantel clock struck 11. Both pocket watches started to chime. "Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao." Oscar tried to stifle a sob. They looked on with dismay. Colette looked on in shock. None of them had ever seen Oscar like this before. Oh, they'd seen a tear of joy slip down his face, but they'd never seen him react to anything like this, not even when he broke his leg in 3 places. "How could you know? How could you know?" he pleaded. Afraid that he'd done something terrible, Philippe whispered, "No?" Colette whispered, No what, Oscar? Oscar searched Colette's face and said, "This is the song Desmond and I sang on the way home every time we were together. It was our song of resistance. It was our own declaration that evil would not be allowed to prevail." Oscar stood and he started to sing with his fist pumping in the air. "Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao." They all looked on amazed, all wearing their goldfish faces, until Oscar broke the suspense with, "Philippe, I cannot possibly thank you enough. I did not know that such a thing existed. It will always be one of my most cherished possessions. And now both Bertie and I can renew the traditions of the resistance. I'll give thanks every time I hear it for the rest of my life. I will be reminded that so many good people have given this undeserved life to me. Thank you, thank you." It was a good day. While they were clearing the dining room, Colette shared with Marie that Desi had been very worried about the sleeping arrangements until Carr had suggested that Desi and Carr share Bertie's big bed and Philippe and Bertie could take the twin single beds. Colette giggled. "They arranged it, not me." Thank you for coming. That was chapter 156 of The Flower of Freedom, the first book in a trilogy, and we're closing in on the end of the first book. We hope you'll stay with us all the way, and we hope you'll consider the idea of sharing a little kindness. Everyone around you, no matter where you look, need it. You know that's the truth. I remain your friend, Deborah. Bye-bye.